friend.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, I've been looking for you anyway.
Okay.
But thank God today we are together.
Thank you.
So that was good. How was your day?
No problem.
I can see it from your face.
Yes.
Have you taken something today?
Yes, I take rice and chicken.
Oh, that's very good. That's nice. Anyway, while I'm looking for you, let me just go straight. I was looking for you to introduce a pattern of job operating truck, starting truck for operation.
Okay.
Have you drove a truck before?
I've driven the truck
For how long?
more than 5 years.
More than 5 years.
Yes.
Wow, that's good. That
Yes.
means you must have a very good experience
Yes.
of driving a truck.
Yes.
But what I want to show you now might be different from what you know.
Okay.
But relax your mind.
Okay.
It's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. Something that is easy to do. So I am going to introduce you to a way that when you start using that pattern, in fact, you get it very easy. Are you ready to?
Yes, I'm ready.
Are you free?
I'm
Can
free
I
to.
go ahead?
Yes, well, go ahead.
That's very good. That's very good. I'm going to introduce you to the 7 steps of starting a truck for operation.
Okay.
7 steps.
Okay.
So in these 7 steps, we have important steps and key points.
Okay.
And every key point has a reason. Each of the 7 steps, every of the 7 steps have important have key points and also reasons. So I will start from the first one, pre-inspection. So yes, then we go to the second point. Just as I've shown you, switch on. The second important point, you switch on the battery. And the third important point, you put on your seat belt. Put on your seat belt. Also, the fourth important point, you start the engine. You start the engine of the truck. The fifth one, make sure you check your brake. You make sure you check your brake, that your brake is very, very okay and you're on. Why the sixth one, you check your VMT, you put on your VMT, make sure your VMT is on. You make sure the VMT is on, just put on the VMT. The sixth one, you put on your radio. Put on your radio. Hope you are with me.
I'm with you.
Good. Put on your radio. Now, I'm going to explain the key points of each of the important steps, and I will give you the reasons. So the first one, the pre-inspection. The first step, pre-inspection. The key points there, you check your tire for wear and tear. Also check the bolts, if they are tight, if they are loosened, if in case there's any issue there. Now we go to the second point. That second important step, you switch on your battery, so that the key point there is to make sure there is power in the cabin. If there is power in the cabin, you can't do anything without power in the cabin. You understand? So that is one of the key points there. And now let's go to the third important step. The third important step is this seat belt. Like I told you earlier on,
Yes.
put on the seat belt. And the key point here is to give you proper sitting.
Yes.
To give you proper sitting, to make you sit accurately and okay. Now the fourth important step there is to check your brake.
Yes.
And the key point there is for you to make sure the brake is active. Sometimes you can just carry truck and you think the brake is active, but when you apply the brake is not really active. Not only checking the brake, but make sure the brake is active.
Yes.
You see, make sure the brake is active. You can see the brake is very active.
Yes.
Then the fifth important step. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes, the fifth important step is I think it should be the sixth important step. The sixth important step is to put on your VMT.
Yes.
And the key point there, you log in the VMT with your unique ID and the truck's ID, so that anywhere you are, you can be seen by planners. They will know that you are the one on the truck. So the key point, you must log in with your unique ID and the truck ID.
Yes.
Now the last but not the least important point, which is the seventh one, you put on your radio. The key point there is for communication, so that you'll be able to communicate with your superiors, with any other person, with anybody that wants to call you. You understand? So now, for the third time, I am going to explain the key point, the important steps, the key point, and I will give you reason to every of it. I told you earlier on that the pre-inspection, the reason why we do the pre-inspection is to make sure the tires and they are okay.
Yes.
You understand? Why the reasons for that is to make sure to avoid deflection. Maybe the tire now, if you did not check the tire and the bolt along the way, maybe the tire has a cut. A little stone, it can even deflect and cause accident. The tire itself can even roll out if the bolts are not properly tightened. So the reason is to avoid accident. To avoid accident, that is one of the reasons. Now the second important point, you switch on the battery to power the truck. The reason is to make sure the truck is okay, for it's functional. The third important point is to use your seat belt, just as I told you. And the reason is to give you proper sitting. The key point is to give you proper sitting. And one of the major reasons, in fact the reason there, is for your own protection, your own safety. Should anything happen along the way, suddenly you apply brake so that you cannot hit your head on the windscreen or on the steering. It will protect you, hold you back. That is just the reason. Why the fourth important step is to start the truck. The reason is to steam the engine. The key point there is to make sure the engine steam and discharge gas.
Yes.
And the reason is because without that, your brake cannot, your gear cannot engage, so that you'll be able to engage your gear for movement. Now, the fifth important step is to check your brake. You check your brake. And why are you checking your brake? Make sure your brake is active. The reasons why your brake has to be active: if you have to stop at any point in time, you can easily stop without going further. Even if you have to stop at a place. Imagine you discovered you have to stop at a place and you cannot stop, your truck is still going. So that is the reason why your brake has to be very active, so that you can stop at where you want to at any given time. Now, the sixth important point is check your VMT. Your VMT, put on your VMT. And the key points there is you log in with your ID and truck ID. The reasons are this: for you to get information and direction, job where you are supposed to go. Your VMT will direct you. Go here and pick box, wait for the next job. Whatsoever you are doing, you see it on your VMT. That is the reason. If you are being loaded a particular box, you know if it is can, you know if it is CUP or if it is badge.
Yes.
You understand? That is the reason why you have to log in with your ID into your VMT. The last but not the least, which is the radio. The last important point, the radio. The key point there is communication. so that you'll be able to communicate. And we know that without communication, things will not go now. Imagine if me and you we are working and we can't communicate. It will not work now. It's like walking like a blind person. Reasons is for us to get information, to be informed, so that our supervisor, our superior can give us vital information. That's the reason. We can also relate with them. I think you understood all this.
I understand.
Now, I am going to allow you to do it so that I watch you. I want to see you do it exactly. I want to make sure you understood.
Yes.
What. So now, over to you. I'll watch you from behind.
Oh, wow.
So, thank you.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Now I want to carry on to start the truck now.
Okay.
For operation.
Okay.
Before you start on your truck for operation,
Okay.
there are 7 keys you have to be considered of. The first key here, first point here, is pre-inspection.
Good.
It is necessary to inspect your truck. You check your truck for tire. You check your truck for bolt. The reason for that, the tire now, if the tire have any tear and you doesn't check it proper, when you are working with the tire can spoil and you will have a deflection and it cause an accident.
Yes.
The bolt, if the bolt are not properly tight, on your operation, the tire of the truck will pull out and it will cause an accident.
Yes.
The second point is switch on battery. Before you engage on the truck, you must switch on battery to power the truck. The function is to power the truck so that all the segments you see them vividly.
That's good.
The third point is to put on your seat belt.
Wow.
Put on your seat belt
That's very good.
for proper sitting to prevent you for in case of any emergency is protect your life. So to use seat belt while operation is very, very important.
Good.
Number 4, you start your engine. As you can see, I'm starting my engine now. Starting of engine now. After putting on the seat belt, you start your engine. You allow the engine to ensure
The key points.
key point, the engine is active.
Steam.
So when you on your engine, you allow the engine to be steam
And discharge.
and discharge. That is to enable you engage on your brake on your gear.
Yes, that's a good one.
Number 5, you check the brake and your horns.
That's good.
The brake is active. The horn is okay. So you make sure your brake and the horn is active so that you will be able to stop at the designated area. Number 6, you log in your VMT. You log in your VMT to see
The key points.
the key point for that VMT.
Use your unique ID.
You use your unique ID and the truck ID to see the reason for that is to see the job assigned to you on your VMT.
Good.
Then after that, you switch on your radio.
Your radio. That's good.
The key point for that switching of the radio is for communication. To get information from your supervisor, your manager, and even the banksman. Then after that, like now, I have switched on my radio. My VMT now is showing me that I'm working with mobile 14 now. He said, awaiting next job. I have to call my banksman to the next procedure. Mobile 14 banksman pick up for 159.
Okay. Okay.
Mobile 14 banksman pick up for 159.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Okay, copy.
That's good.
My banksman now is asking me to come to BAT 15 for the charge.
That's
So
good.
I'm heading to BAT 15 right now. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. Now I will allow you to do it on your own. Let me just go and refresh myself. I will be back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. I'm going to leave you. I will assign somebody to check on you.
No
If you
problem.
have any problem, you can meet Uche, the trainer.
Okay.
He's a good instructor. He can also put you through so that they can always approve that you are okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.